This program is brought to you in part by SalCal Real Estate Connections.
Yes, welcome to Race in Action today. We have two very special guests to us today, fellow Berlin Lion Club members, Dave Alkus and Ron Bosco. He's actually the head person for the Luminary events that will give the veterans. That's what this is all about, Ron, right? I want you to tell the people how this all started.
Sure, and thanks, Larry. Thanks for having us here. As being a Lion member, and if you've seen Larry's show earlier, you know that our motto is "We Serve," and what we're trying to do as an organization is how do we help and give back to our community and people and organizations within our community. So you always hear different things about the veterans, how they're on hard times and they don't get certain benefits in that. So actually, I kind of stole part of this idea from the town of Cheshire. They used to do a huge luminary event that they no longer do. I think it was the Festival of Lights or the Night of Lights, and they used to put thousands and thousands of luminaria bags, which these are our luminaria bags.
Now, what is it? What is it? Explain to me. What is and the people? What is a luminary? What is it?
So it's just a little a white bag, as you can see here.
Yeah.
And what we do is we fill it. We put some sand in the bottom to weigh them down. We have a little plastic cup and a candle that we light and put them in a bag. And in the evening hours, it presents a glow. And it's a wonderful feature that we have, and it glows throughout the night. In our case, the candles that we have, we light them around dusk of the event, and they go right through probably till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
We have pictures of the luminaries lit up, which we'll show the people, and I just wanted to make sure they understood what a luminary is, and so you put these. Now, right close together or a few feet apart? How do you do this? We
space them up, but I'm just going to jump back to how we got the idea.
Yes, okay.
And I thought it was pretty neat. And I understood that they took the proceeds from their event and used for scholarships in their community. So I said, what a cool way to maybe do something in our town. Well, our town has a beautiful Veterans Park. And recently we had the Gold Star Memorial put in a place, and it's absolutely gorgeous, the only one in the state of Connecticut. So he said, what if we drew attention to the park, and how do we do that? And in the past, the Lions Club put a gazebo at the park. And each year we would decorate it in red, white, and blue for the week of veterans and also through the holiday season. So to expand on that, I got with a couple of members of the Veterans Committee in the town of Berlin and said, hey, how would you like if we came up with an event to raise money for the veterans? And I pitched the idea to them and the town. They were all supportive. And our club was overwhelmingly behind this thing. So it started out, this is our 5th year. So 4 years ago, we put out luminarias in just the park area. I think we put out something around 1,000 luminarias. And we placed these all around the park in Berlin, Veterans Park, in the pathways, and light them. And we also put American flags by each one. People can come and walk through the park in the evening.
Now, Ron, when you get a luminary, you write a person's name on the luminary, right?
So we allow people to personalize their bags. So we sell them in different events. We sell them at our fair. We have a booth at the fair. We'll sell them. And we do them through certain kiosks over the 2 weeks preceding the event. The event will be next Saturday, the 9th of November at Veterans Park.
That's 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Right?
Right, a week and a half, 2 weeks. So if you come, we have different colored markers, and we encourage people to buy when they buy them, and if you could buy them at 1 bag for $10 or 3 bags for $20, and we encourage you to write some type of message on there, recognizing a loved one, a current member who's serving, or just a thank you,
or
whatever.
A past veteran that has passed on.
Yes. A lot of the bags, you'll see someone's name and their branch of service, or a thank you to our veterans for your service. You know. So as we started moving on, it was such a success the first year. Well, now over last year was our biggest event. We put out 2,700 bags
Ooh, wow.
throughout the pathways of the park,
Yeah.
the lower park down by the veteran VFW, along the street that leads up to the Legion, as well as Mill Street that goes up to the monument on Worthington Ridge, as well as around the streets by Stop and Shop and Farmington Avenue
wow.
that circle the park.
Yep.
And we also recognize that we have other monuments in town. So we also display luminaries in East Berlin at the monument,
Yep.
at the top of Percival Avenue at the monument, and Percival Pond at the Marine Monument. So if you're driving through the town, you don't necessarily need to come to the
Yeah.
Veterans Park, but you can see them in East Berlin or other parts of the town as well.
Now, if somebody can't make it to purchase one of these, you could go right to the day that
Yes.
you put these down.
Correct.
And where would it be? At the memorial?
At the park.
The park?
Right, so at the park, there's a little pavilion next to the
In the
flag.
park, remind everybody where the park is. It's in that park. What's the big store next to
Stop
it?
and Shop.
Stop and Shop?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right off the highway, it's Veterans Park, right in Berlin, Connecticut. But yeah, we're also selling, this weekend is our last weekend. We're selling Saturday morning on Farmington Avenue in front of Matson's Drugs. We'll be there from 9 to 12.
Okay.
And then we'll also be at the Berlin High home football game. That's kickoff times at noon at Sage Park.
That's Saturday. This Saturday.
This coming Saturday.
Yeah.
And then, as you mentioned, we'll also be selling them in person at the day of the event while we're setting up, because we usually start at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It takes us a couple hours to get everything set and lit. But people do come to the park because they're inquisitive. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Some of them still haven't
That's
seen the event.
Well, I never knew that beyond the park you do this.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
You know,
It's big.
I mean, you kind of cover all over town.
We do, and we created captains. So we have location captains. We have 5 of them that'll
Yeah.
take care of East Berlin, the Kensington side, and the park and surrounding areas.
wow.
And we get not only the Lions members, but we've been approached by many patrons and citizens of Berlin and local towns
Yeah.
that they come down to help as well. They want to be part of this.
Yeah,
And thanks to
yeah.
Mr. Dave and his group, this event, as you can imagine, putting out 2,700 of these bags, we need some equipment. Well, they bring down their tractors and their,
Yeah,
you can tell them.
Yeah, we do. We bring down the John Deere Gators and stuff, and
Yeah.
the workmen that we have to carry these luminaries to the workout area.
Yeah.
And everybody steps up to the plate and works on it, all our members.
Yeah.
And it actually brings the group together even more, being able to do this stuff, working with
I could remember,
working with Ron.
Dave, selling these in your building and the interest from the people.
Yes.
You know, that were walking through the building. They said, "What are you doing? What is that?" You know, they would say.
And then, it's interesting. We've been selling them. Last night we were at the pasta supper at the Legion. And I can't tell you how many people pulled in. And you don't even have to, you don't have to sell them. They're already pulling their money out of their wallet and say, "I want a few bags, give me 3 bags." And they're personalizing them. They said, we said, obviously, if you've seen it, they said, it's one of the most beautiful, breathtaking
Let me tell you, the
events you have in
pictures
town.
we have
Yeah.
of showing them are special. You know, there's I don't know how many different views, which I hope they'll be shown as the show airs. And of course, we want to thank the Lions Club for their support for this. Let me tell you.
That's right.
And I know, Ron, you got your team captains that do this.
Yep.
And it's special, without any doubt.
In that area, you hit it on the head. It's special, I think. I know it's special to the club because a lot of members have come up and said, this is one of the events we all want to be a part of, and it makes you proud to be a Lion when you see an event like
right.
this. And so the other thing is with the proceeds we get, the Lions underwrite the cost of all the bags and everything that we need. 100% of what we collect go to the Berlin Veterans Commission.
Oh, wow.
And
right.
all of those funds, and what they do is they'll take the money we give them and they'll buy gift cards,
Yeah.
like a Visa gift card, in $100 increments, and give them out to the veterans and/or spouses that are in need.
Oh, wow.
And unfortunately, I won't get into some of the neediness, but you can imagine hearing personal stories throughout your towns and that there's a big need out there. And
Well,
this
I
group
mean,
is
it's various there. House work needs to be
Yes.
done.
purchasing heating oil for your home.
Fixing a car
Yes.
even. The car may be broke down.
Yeah, yeah. So the 100% of what we get, and when we first started this, we just went with the community itself, and we raised $3,000 our first year.
Wow.
The next year, we got some local businesses involved. We went from 3 to 10.
Oh, wow.
Then we went up to a little more than 10. In the first 4 years, we've raised $38,000.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
And this year, our goal is to try to get to that 50,000 mark.
Does it also ask how personally they want?
So we haven't worked that out. Online,
That's what
unfortunately,
I'm
we can't
curious about.
personalize.
I said, how would they do that?
We're working on that for next year because think about it. With all these thousands of bags we have, and we're selling hundreds of them online as well, that we'd have to get a group of Lions together and take all these messages, and we'd have to personalize them. So but we've got a lot of people, and our online sales have been growing significantly. So that's something we'll address, and we hope to have satisfy a lot of people to provide that for service for them next year.
Yes. I have to say, there's some events at this Lions Club that are very special.
Yes.
The blind children's fishing tournament.
Nights of the Blind.
That's one of my favorite events of the year. And this thing has to be very close to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
It is. It really hits home with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And not only that, we have a member who was a West Point grad, and he takes upon himself the night of the event when people are come. He has coffee, donuts, cookies, and that snacks for people. He asks for donations, but if you can't do it, that's fine. But to have people have a snack or a warm cup of coffee as they walk through the paths of the display.
I mean, when you walk through this, as you'll see the pictures we have, when you walk through it, it just gets to you.
It does.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's something special, I'll tell you.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, last year we met an actual World War II vet who was there.
Oh, wow.
And he had a tear in his eye.
Yeah.
He couldn't believe the display. It made everything worthwhile. Just it felt fulfilling.
Of course, the good thing about this, you have the post, the Legion post right there, close by. You have the VFW close by. I mean, it's in the right spot. That's the way I'll put it.
And there's bags, in front of each of those buildings. So draws attention to both the VFW and the American Legion as well.
Yeah, they like to work with us too.
They love it.
They love working with us, when they, that and like we said before, the Salvation Army we step up
Yes,
for.
yeah, we do.
And we help them out in donations for Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
The
Now,
Lions Club, that is.
remember, don't forget, now this event is really not too far from Thanksgiving.
Right.
And one thing we want to do while we're talking about it, the Lions Club does a special meal for people that need a meal on Thanksgiving Day.
do.
I've worked that detail. I know all about it. And that's very special too, right, Ron?
It is. And not only that, but I think next week or the week after, we'll be doing dinners at the senior housing complexes in town. So we'll provide them Thanksgiving meals as well as on Thanksgiving Day, where the club gets together. I think we use the VFW, don't we?
VFW
They
too.
do,
Yeah.
yeah.
VFW
They
lets
step
us-
up and they give us a place to do
Yeah.
it.
Well, it's cooked. They cook there, and
They reciprocate, they like to do it, help
So-
us out. We help them out, we help them out, they help us out.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, we got a good relationship with all of them,
yeah,
the
I mean,
VFW or the
it's
American
been a
Legion.
good marriage between the town
That's right.
and everybody, But the Luminaries, Ron, are special. That I'll tell you. And
I do have to make one comment.
Sure.
And it's unique to this year, and I think everyone understands. that we're lighting a bag with a flame in it. And with the drought situation, quite honestly,
I was gonna bring that
the
up.
event is, with the lighting, is questionable. We have a meeting scheduled for next Tuesday with the fire marshal to decide if we're going to proceed forward with lighting of the bags.
Yeah.
And at this point, with the outlook of no rain again, it's highly unlikely, but we will have a display. We are testing, we will be testing tonight and tomorrow night with the little teacup lights.
Yeah.
We tried them a couple of years ago, but they didn't work, but we got a different, brighter one now.
Yeah.
And it's fairly pricey, but one of our members secured a local business in town that'll underwrite the costs for a good chunk of those.
Well, good.
So hopefully they'll show a glow,
I
and if
mean,
they do,
yeah, that
we'll
would-
have the glow of the
That would
same
work
event.
good too, absolutely. Now, you mentioned something that should be talked about here. We recently had a terrible fire.
Yeah.
Lions Club stepped up again. What'd they do, Ron?
What did they do?
They served
yeah, they
meals.
I'll let you talk, Dave.
Oh, they
go
brought there was several of our members there. They got together and they brought pallets of water, and they brought a bunch of pizzas down there.
Meals,
bunch
yes.
of them.
Yes.
Most of the vendors in town stepped up and they donated pizzas. Kensington Pizza,
Yes.
Bella's, all of them.
Yeah.
Bill's Pizza. They more than overwhelmed with pizzas and grinders and wedges
I mean,
and food.
let me tell
and
you,
they really loved
When
it.
they say we serve,
We do.
we serve. Let me tell you,
We serve.
I cannot
Yeah.
stress that enough. Of what this club does for this town.
Yeah, and just Sunday morning, because a lot of the guys were working through the night, a group of members got together and they provided breakfast for all the firemen on Sunday, this past Sunday morning.
Yeah, see how special that? How special is that?
It keeps going.
You know.
As long as there's a need, we'll be there,
Yeah.
hopefully to fulfill as much as we can.
Yeah, unfortunately, there was a very sad event.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, they lost a guy.
Yeah, one
It's
fellow
unfortunate.
lost his life. Yep,
Yeah.
You
from
know,
Weathersfield. Yep.
you never know. You know, life brings some strange twists and turns.
It does.
You know,
It does.
but
But at least, like through the events that with the things that we do in an event like this, we're bringing a lot of hope to a lot of people too. At
Yes,
the same time,
that's right,
Giving them some hope to go on and live a normal or a better life than they currently have today.
absolutely.
That's
That's it.
that's what we try to
know,
do.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, we do some different things. Like we talked about, the meals. We'll be going to the senior centers.
Yep.
Yep.
We do bell ringing for the
Salvation, Army.
Army. I mean,
We
just
do.
think about that.
Yeah.
In December day, it's 10 degrees out.
We're out there
And
ringing
you're
a
out
bell.
there ringing
No, we
the
take a
bell.
couple. There's couples that sign up for
Yeah.
2-hour periods. Start 11 o'clock in the morning. And we wind up
You know.
with Stop and Shop and
That's right.
and Sam's. And most of the places around there, they'll step up and give an area out there. And if it really gets bad, they'll let you move inside. So they really they appreciate us getting in. We've done very well for helping out
Yes.
Salvation Army also.
Absolutely. I mean, what we do for the town is special. I'll tell you. I'm not going to kid you. And some of these events are more than the town. I mean, like the fishing tournaments are open to just
And
about
blind
anybody in the whole state.
yes,
And there's two of them.
springtime.
And there's two
Right?
of them.
One
That's
for the
right.
kid, one for
One
the,
for the,
One for the kids and
kids,
one for the
one
adults.
for the adults.
No, and for the adults, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's special. I have to say, Charlie and Lori,
Do a great job.
good job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's a day of fishing
Yeah.
for the blind or the visually impaired.
Yes.
In our case,
They
and
love it.
we provide breakfast and lunch to all the kids at the park, and they get nice recognition trophies.
Yep.
And for the adults, we charter a boat and take them out to the Sound for fishing for a day in the Sound.
Yeah.
We provide
You know, I
meals
love
and dinners at the end.
I love the kids event and the meal after and now the actual park. The name of that park is now
Veterans Memorial Park.
Veterans Memorial Park, right
Yep.
in front of Stop and Shop,
Right.
Right.
and we want to see you there. That I'll guarantee, and you will love. And we'll sign anything you want when we get. You can have Dave's autograph.
Yeah, we get anybody.
He's the specialist when it comes to the tractors and we love to see you.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And I have to say, it's just been great talking about this, Ron.
Yeah.
And
we just love giving back to the community.
yes, we do. We serve.
that's exactly what
that's
we
the
do.
motto. We serve.
Yeah.
You
It
know?
makes us feel good, and it makes the community feel good, knowing that they've got an organization that
Well,
steps up to the plate
a lot of people
and works
don't-
with them.
A lot of people don't realize the different things that we do charity events for and help financially different things. You have to send a letter to us if you need help.
Yep.
Ron, is that correct?
Yeah, as an organization, not individuals, unfortunately, but as an organization.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. You have to send in a letter
A request.
explaining your need, and we help a lot of people. I'll put it that way.
Yes, we do.
And
Yes, we do.
you know, it's really special, an honor to be Lion Club members with you guys. I'm not going to kid you. You know, all the years we have done things. Dave,
Yeah.
you know, we go back. Remember
Oh,
the
you
Doodle
the
Bugs.
kids. Yeah.
And Ron,
Larry,
you know,
thank you.
always a pleasure. And
Yeah.
I have to say, it's just been outstanding to talk about this. And I look forward to doing more shows. Number one, we got to come back here to talk about how do you restore a tractor. That's number one.
We're gonna need a lot of time there,
The
Larry.
next thing, we're going to come back here in 2 weeks, and we're going to talk to Ron about a very special event called the Christmas Tree Walk, which I won't get into here, but trust me, in 2 weeks, you will see us again.
Yep.
Okay?
That's a good,
Yep.
a
And
good event. Yep.
yeah, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Don't forget now, the Lions Club online to help with the
Luminaries.
the luminaries, and some information about the Lions Club will be there too. You know, and I'm sure you'll find it very educational, right?
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yep. Well, we want to wrap up tonight's show. Thank everybody for coming, and remind them to put some of these pictures about the Luminary event, which is special. I'll tell you. You know, I mean, I hobble around, but somehow I will do some walking around that event, let me tell you.
Yep.
That's for sure.
You know?
We'll get you around.
Yeah. One way or the other, right, Dave?
One way or the other.
Dave
Put
is,
you in there. We'll
Dave
get
has
you in the
used
gator.
He's used that gator more than
Yeah,
once to help me get around. And I want to thank everybody for watching the show tonight. But most of all, I want to thank you, Dave, and Ron. It's a pleasure to be a Lion member with you. And I look for the future more Lion events. We want to thank you for watching, and tune in again next week to Racing Action Today. Thank you.
The Saybrook Fish House in Canton has been serving fresh seafood, chicken, and prime steaks for 40 years. Experience one of our 3 unique dining room settings, 2 with fireplaces, or relax in our cozy pub with a craft beer, wine by the glass, or specialty cocktail while enjoying a meal from our new lighter fare pub menu. Serving lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Reservations accepted for parties of 2 to 42. Gift cards always available. The Saybrook Fish House, nestled at the crossroads of routes 44, 202, and 179 in Canton.
This is Bristol Health Cares. Special thanks to Nutmeg TV. It's a nonprofit organization, an organization that's going through some difficult times right now and needs your support. Many of you out there have cut the cable, as I have cut the cable, and a lot of the funding that took place for nonprofit stations like Nutmeg TV throughout the state of Connecticut, as people transition from cable TV to the other methods of getting their content, the funding has gone down and down and down. And so programs like this, like you're seeing today, and the programs that you watch on Nutmeg TV, may not be there in the future if we don't all rally behind them and help them with our support to the extent that we can. So Have a wonderful day, and until the next time, this is Kurt Barwis, President and CEO of Bristol Health, signing off.